So we are going to be reacting to some really crazy stuff that's been going on these days. Andrew Tate versus Sneako. A lot of people have been talking about it, and I just found videos where Sneako's replying to Andrew Tate. I have no idea what's the beef is about. I have no idea what's the situation is about. So we're gonna find out. So as far as I remember, Sneako and Andrew Tate were pretty good, and Sneako is also on the path of on Islam. Became Muslim. Andrew Tate became Muslim and all that. So I have no idea where the beef came from. So we're gonna be reacting to, and we're gonna find out. So before reacting, I want to clear my side. So I mean, we all know Sneako. Okay, we all know Top G, Andrew Tate. Okay, we all know both of them and what they do and what they stand for and all that. We all know everything about them basically. So I'm not gonna take no side, but whoever I feel like is gonna be speaking truth, I'm gonna be, saying, okay, this guy is speaking right. So I'm gonna try to stay unbiased, okay? Because I'm not a big fan of both of them, okay? I like both of them. They both got some good stuff to say. They both got some bad stuff to say. So comes with the bad and the good, okay? So before starting the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want me to react to any of the video, let me know in the comment or send me on my Instagram, link in the description. So without wasting any time, let's see what's all the beef is about.
Tate, what are you guys saying? Tate, what did he say? Are you, Tate, the guy that I've been defending for 2 years? No. The guy that I've been also risking my reputation to defend him for false allegations. There's no way he said anything. What did he say? Did he say something? The liberals are agreeing with you. On what? Cats? What? No. Be honest, chat. What could Andrew Tate have possibly said after I defended him while he was in prison for 2 years straight? For 2 years.
I remember that. I remember that. I've seen a lot of videos of him defending Andrew Tate. I remember that part when Andrew Tate was in jail.
There's no chance. There's zero chance that the first time Andrew tweets saying my name, it's anything negative, right? Is that what you guys are insinuating? Allegations.
Allegations, okay.
He would punch you?
What?
Soapy Steve was right. Okay, let's get into this, huh? Let's get into this stuff. He said he don't with you. You don't with me. Oh no. But surely it's not some childish argument like that. I don't like you. Surely. Because what could I have possibly said to make him publicly disavow me like that? Or publicly disrespect? There's no way the guys who I've been defending, putting my reputation on the line, while there's all these X accounts saying this is a human trafficker, all this, and then all the liberals are like, oh, if you're wrong, you're gonna be, your reputation's dead. I'm like, no, I met these guys, they're good people, and I looked through the case and there's no chance the first time Andrew Tate tweets saying my name, it's disrespectful, is it? After all that? So wait, chat.
I mean, we all know Andrew Tate. He thinks before speaking. So there has to be something that either he has said or I don't know, probably on a video or whatever. But like, I'm curious, like, why would Andrew say something bad about him? Because they were on good terms. I believe he went to meet Andrew Tate and all that, spend time with them. They were pretty cool, each other. So we're gonna see.
Are you insinuating that I did all that for nothing? That I publicly defended a guy that I agree with 99% of issues on, that he found something to focus on, to hyper focus on, to disrespect me publicly? Is that what you guys are saying? Really?
Oh.
No.
No way. I
can't
can't believe that.
The battle of the grifters.
Oh.
He said you eat cats? He cucked you.
What?
Yes?
What are you talking about?
Cook that ball. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. My Muslim brother. I love all my brothers. Okay, let's go dissect on this all. Let's get into all this stuff.
All right. Let's get into all this stuff. Show me what you're talking about.
Side or white side on, like choosing a different video game character.
Bad. This video quality is so bad. I don't know why. Even the quality is all the way up. Yep. I don't know.
Depending on the situation. Whoa. Whatever is more advantageous at the time. Whoa. I can be white in the courtroom or in jail. Whoa! I'm a hybrid. The ultimate version of human. But most are not hybrid. Most are one or the other. The white supremacists who say race is everything are totally right. It is. Ignoring race spells the end of the white man, as their complex systems can easily be overloaded by brutality. So he's saying that white men are weaker than black men, and black men are going to brutally and perspicaciously destroy them.
What?
White people sue. In fact, white supremacists are wrong in this sentence because whites are not the supreme race. It's a very simple sentence. White supremacists are not right, especially not totally right, because totally right means right completely.
There's no way Andrew posted that. There's no way. Andrew talking about racism and all that stuff.
They're not. And also, what it says earlier in this tweet is talking about how white people are smart and black people are animals. So like black people are murderous and just know how to stab, and white people are so high IQ that they go to court. That's what he's saying. Black people are animalistic and so they murder, and white people, they go through the legal system. So he's saying that he's justifying the white supremacist belief. White supremacy believing that white people are superior because they're more advanced, they're more intellectual, they're more capable, and black people are an animalistic monkey species who cannot even exist in the first world. That's the white supremacist belief, and that is incorrect. That's a lie. That's not true.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I honestly don't believe in that kind of stuff, you know. I do not believe any race is greater to another race, okay? That's just BS. You know, I don't care if you guys like it or not. That's just pure BS, you know.
It goes against the very fundamentals of Islam.
True.
So I tweeted, I said, white supremacists are totally right. This goes against the core fundamentals of Islam. God did not, in fact, choose any race as supreme, and if you believe so, you're Jewish. Saying, if you believe... Wrong intro. If you believe that there's a supreme race, you follow the ideology that's creating all the disruption in the world.
Okay.
You are following the belief system that's contributing to the genocide of Palestinians right now, Free Palestine.
Okay.
There is no supreme race. God did not choose anybody to be better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Islam exists. Islam exists to get rid of that racial barrier.
Okay.
So I corrected him. If you believe that you're better than other people, you are following this ideology. In fact, that's a Talmudic ideology.
100%.
That everybody else is goy, everybody else is subhuman, animalistic, everybody else is worse, and that they can do things to the rest of the world that they don't do between themselves. For example, they won't practice usury between themselves, but they'll practice it with the rest of the world. They won't do gambling. They won't share with themselves, with their own race, but they'll spread it to the rest of the world because they're the chosen people. They're the supreme race. And I even said this yesterday. I would argue the first act of racism ever was Iblis. When God told Iblis to go and prostrate to Adam, Iblis said, "No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm superior. I'm arrogant." It was the first act of arrogance.
Okay.
And God said, cast him away, and said, "If you're not going to obey me, then get away."
Yeah,
and Iblis
that's
became
true.
Satan. That was the first act of racism, and we should be very careful of that. Arrogance. There's a lot of stories that there's a lot of examples and metaphors we could take from that story. How being arrogant is the source of all evil. How Shaitan started with...
It's crazy, like, how far we have came. We are looking at Sneako, you know, it's just this guy. We know how much of craziness this guy have caused, all the crazy stuff, you know. And now we are looking at a Sneako preaching Islam. That's
with an act
crazy.
Of racism, with the feeling of superiority. That's what racism really is. A feeling of superiority. But let's see what he said.
We have a video?
Yeah,
I mean, if there's a video of Andrew Tate, that would be more better, you know?
That was not racism, but it's a feeling of superiority.
True.
Which I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. Okay, so the top G, the beacon of masculinity, unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer masculinity makes me a feared top G in any realm of Twitter. No way he did an ad hominem attack at a very simple argument. Let's go back one more time. This goes against, you saying white supremacy is right, goes against the fundamentals of Islam. There is no supreme race, and if you believe that, you're following an incorrect ideology, which is Sneakism.
True.
Then the beacon of truth, the symbol of masculinity. I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. Okay, I don't know what the reason is. That was never specified. I saw him do a stream. What's the reason, Andrew? What is it? Because I'm correcting you? Is it because you said something that was wrong? And what's the reason?
I mean, one thing I have noted about Andrew Tate is like the ego. You know, when it goes above your head, you know, you don't want to listen to nobody. You feel like, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't want to say it, but I feel like Andrew, you know, he's a narcissist. You know, he thinks he knows everything. And I mean, when you achieve all the success and all the rich, everything, you know, you have what you want, that's where you start getting tested, you know, by God. And I feel like Andrew, you know, he don't realize those kind of stuff. He just, I don't know, like that's not really good, you know, being egoistic, because being humble is that's what you want to be. Stay humble. Okay, ego is gonna kill you, your life after this world, everything. You know,
Then he says, Sneako, I ratioed you, but there's no need to bot 4K likes. I just saw it. That's gay as fuck.
that is so like weird coming from Andrew Tate. Like, I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason, okay, but like when he replies, yes, I ratioed you, but there's no need to bot 4K likes. I just saw it. That's gay as fuck. Like, I don't know, like Andrew Tate, like kids follow you. You know, this generation, a lot of kids look up to you. You know, they watch your videos. I mean, I personally myself, you know, when I was going through tough time and one of your video popped up on YouTube and I watched it, you know, there was a lot of comfort that I found from it. There was a lot of words, you know, that made me push through. You know, and I'm being honest, you know, there were a lot of words that you said, you know, that men have to do this, men have to do that, that nobody's gonna come and save you. I mean, like those were the words that made me push through in life, you know. So there were some aspect in life that made me respect you, but like when you acting like this, yes, I ratioed you, no need to bot, like that's gay as fuck. Like that's not you, you know, that's not you.
Fuck. That's gay! In fact, I did not bot. I was live watching the stream on Discord yesterday with Jake Future. But whatever. That's besides the point. Let's go. And then he did a stream afterwards, and we're going to go into all of that. But I think this is really silly. I think this is an emotional argument.
It is.
Especially
coming from Andrew Tate, that's
when you position yourself as a beacon of truth, as the symbol of traditional masculinity, as the last light of the old world. When you pride yourself and boast about your intelligence, you should be able to read a very simple sentence. If you believe a false ideology, you are incorrect.
true.
That's what my sentence was. He heard the word and immediately just got triggered and then started doing ad hominem attacks, much like a woman. This is what women do. When you tell a woman the truth, you human trafficker, you're gay, small dick. I never, and your mama and your baby daddy.
This guy.
That's the response. Woo! Listen to what I said. What I said is factually true. And if you can't handle,
There's no way. There's no way. Sneako is cooking Andrew Tate. There's no way. Wow, what a day, you guys! What a day to be alive. Andrew Tate is being cooked by Sneako.
correction, if you can't understand or if you can't take criticism, maybe you're not the symbol of traditional masculinity that you claim to be.
Exactly.
You go on and boast about that all the time. That's what everybody hears. I'm the last beacon of masculinity, the last symbol of truth. Somebody corrects you. I don't like you. Ratio, gay.
Ah, bro. Andrew. I mean, I don't know, bro. So far, looks like an L for you, Andrew. I don't know, like, how are you gonna come back after that? Because I mean, what you said in that tweet, of course, you know, I honestly, I do not relate to it, you know, because I do not believe any race is supreme to another race. I have no belief in such kind of things, you know. I do not believe any color is superior to another color, you know, black or white or any other color, yellow. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. So, as I said, you know, there's a lot of stuff that relate, that I understand from Andrew Tate, but there's a lot of stuff that I do not relate, I do not like from Andrew Tate. It's just my personal beliefs.
Before we watch all the rest of the stuff, I have to point out the obvious. There's clearly been some sort of anger, some sort of jealousy, or perhaps some sort of emotional attachment to whatever. Because I have been publicly defending Andrew Tate. Everybody has seen it for relentlessly for years. To the point where it was a meme, where I was taking hits on my own reputation. To where people were making fun, oh, you're glazing, Taco.
Oh yeah, I remember. Even what's the YouTuber name? I forgot the name. Meat Canyon. Even Meat Canyon. Remember they made the video about Aaron Ross, him. They were glazing, meat glazing over Andrew Tate and all that. Classic Tate W. We all know the Meat Canyon video. We all seen the meme. Everybody know.
All this stuff. When they were in jail, do you know the amount of people that I had to debate, the amount of people that I had to go against?
Oh yeah.
Defending your case? Never heard a word of thanks, never heard a word of consolation. That's fine. The truth is more important. I don't need to get approval. I don't care. If there's something incorrect happening to one of my brothers, I'm going to go and speak up for them. But very clear what everybody sees. You have not acknowledged any of that. You've never said.
Yeah, because that's true. Sneako, I remember Sneako defended Andrew a lot on a lot of debates, a lot of podcasts. But when Andrew came out, he went after Aiden. Why didn't you send me a letter? And then he just kept repeating the same thing. I was waiting for your letter. Like, I don't know what he sees in Aiden. I have no idea. Like, very well that Aiden, he is spoiled. He got all the money and all that. He's not worth it. I mean, no hate to Aiden. I just personally believe that he's just not the guy that you're trying to make him. You're trying to make him the alpha guy, the Chad guy. I don't see Aiden being that person. On the other hand, Sneako, he have a lot of same ideology, have a lot of same thinking as you.
Said a word of anything positive. The first time you speak about me is negative and trying to tear down what I've brought. To try to tear down my career. In fact, you said that you were going to end my career.
Oh.
That you want to end everything that I've built. That's the first acknowledgement. From the person, probably the most famous person in my generation by far, who's the day one when you got locked up. It was me. You're innocent. This is incorrect. This is unjust.
Yep.
The only one. In fact, I think I deserve credit for helping your reputation with Gen Z. Who else was really saying this? I love Aiden, and I think you've been disrespectful to Aiden as well, but a lot of people were quiet.
That's true.
A lot of people didn't say a word because they didn't want to risk the reputation in case that you were actually guilty.
Yeah.
But I was there. And then the first time you say anything is, you're gay, I stopped talking to you for a reason. People see through this.
Oh, yeah.
People see through this.
Easily.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother my community, the audience. But people are going to see through this, and it's going to damage your reputation as the beacon of truth, the beacon of masculinity. You're like, what? Wait, what about brotherhood? What about loyalty? What about truth?
True.
What did Sneako even say to make you this upset? What did Sneako say to trigger you to diss him publicly and then make a whole stream correcting him and threatening to, saying you want to fight, saying you want to end my career, to be boastful and prideful? In fact, the arrogance that everybody is seeing from this is proof that maybe people are going to start looking in different directions. If you want to keep the brand of Top G.
Oh yeah. People are already, looking away, leaving and moving away. It's not the same Andrew Tate like it used to be. We all know that, I mean, it's a really different story now, The clout and the hype Andrew was getting back then, it's not the same anymore, because everything have a time to be on top, and it's gonna fall soon. Every person, you can see all these YouTubers. They all came on top, they fell down. You cannot be on top forever on your life. It's just not how it works.
You cannot hold on to this arrogance and pride that you so clearly have.
True.
And I'm not saying this is disrespect, but it's become evident to a lot of people. Because real masculinity is not being boastful. Real masculinity is not being prideful. Real masculinity is not flashiness and cars and look how strong and rich I am.
Yep.
Money does not make your masculinity. In fact, it's the opposite. Being humble, being respectful, being generous.
No, so far, man, big W for Sneako, man. So far, big W. I don't care what anybody says. that's whatever he's saying so far. I understand and I relate to it, and I believe what he's saying. Really.
being kind,
Mm-hmm.
all these attributes that you don't really speak about it. You do touch on them sometimes, but that's what really makes a real man. Respect, truth, kindness, generosity, this stuff. Not flashy, strong, shirt off, all this. I get that it's provocative for the stream and it brings people in. And one thing I hear you say all the time, Andrew, is that young people need an action movie star to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be the top G. I'm a symbol for the young generation with this.
Mm-hmm.
But what they also need is somebody to look up to,
Mm-hmm.
who's not arrogant,
True.
who's not prideful about this, who's willing to admit when they're wrong. And you're not. In fact, when you indirectly stirred up commotion in the UK by endorsing Tommy Robinson, a paid Zionist,
Halfway.
pretty much a Mossad agent, and you said Tommy Robinson's right. Basically the same point with white supremacy now, saying that they should be able to stand up for their land. You were almost directly or indirectly inciting violence on the Muslims in the UK. All the riots that were craziness, a lot of them can be directly attributed to the tweets, which I didn't see you walk back, which I didn't see you apologize for. In fact, Tommy Robinson is not somebody that we should associate with at all. Look at this, 2023, 2024, just some of the tweets. We're all praying for Andrew Tate's health. First day of Ramadan 2 years in a row, all part of their plan. Free the Tate brothers. Free Andrew and Tristan Tate. Free Tate, free Tate, free Tate. Non-stop. First time here. Gay, stop talking to you for a reason. Fine. Fine. I'm not here to... Your approval is not the be-all, end-all of anybody's existence. That's fine. But I do want to say for the Muslims that are listening, the real top G is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Praying in private is showing worship to God. This is true.
True.
Andrew, this isn't correct. Praying in congregation is what we're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to interact with the rest of the world. Muslims are supposed to be praying publicly. We're supposed to be doing this. Praying in private is in fact not a symbol of true faith at all. And nowhere in Quran and Sunnah does it say this.
Explain this one because a few people got confused, including Sneako. And guys, I know everyone's giving him a hard time right now, but I'm not here to end Sneako's career. I mean, I could. I'm that guy, but I'm not here to do that to the guy.
What's so funny about that? That's what is
like,
kind of weird.
What is funny about it? You ending somebody's career, and laughing about it. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's evil. That's pure evil. I mean, I don't know, Andrew. Like, it's not looking well for
about
you,
watching your streams now is that we're not here laughing with you. It's like it's a giant. It's there for to show off. Like, I'm top G. I'm this. I'm that guy. I'm the strongest. I'm the richest. I'm this. And then I could ruin his life. People aren't laughing with you there. It's you're alone in your room boasting about ending my career because I corrected you. But people, I think that's what you don't understand, is that people are not laughing with you when you do this.
Guy, he's young. He's young. He'll get it. So, whatever. Sneako has his view. The only reason I even replied to him is because he implied he knows is a bit far.
For somebody that prides himself on his intellectual ability and his chess playing and his unmatched perspicacious ability, you should be able to see that. You should understand what if means. If you believe that whites are the supreme race, you're following ideology. I'm not calling you a Jew. No one called. Did you read the sentence? If. Because you said white supremacy is totally right. So if you believe that, you're following a Jewish ideology. He's not able to make the connections there. He saw that word and then immediately, like, probably pent up whatever from several years. That was his the trigger.
It's kind of interesting. I've always noticed this about him. He's kind of passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive.
If I'm passive aggressive, what is this?
What do you mean by that?
What is this?
Who starts a fight and gets in your face and says, "Hit me, then hit me, hit me, hit me," and then hits you 3 times, "Hit me," and then you hit her, and she's like, "Oh." It's like you can't just sit there and call me a Jew and then be like, "Why did he reply that?" Like, bro, you need to chill out. Anyway, I have nothing against Sneako. He's a man on his own journey. I'm not his enemy. I don't need to implode his career. If he wants to ruin his career, he can do it himself.
Yeah, I'm not going to ruin my career, Andrew. Look, if you think you can end my career, you're going to have to kill me. That's the only way that I'm going to stop ever doing what I do.
Oh.
Sean Strickland tried to knock me out, couldn't work. Bradley Martin got 100 pounds more than me. Friendly Spark tried to knock me out, couldn't work. Been banned on YouTube, been banned off all of these platforms. I'm still here, I'm still swinging. How many people have I went up against? When people thought I went up against Moist Critical and then I destroyed him in the debate, they couldn't get me.
Oh.
Chris Mississippi, same thing. He tried to destroy my career, couldn't get me.
Oh.
We're
calling
anybody,
names.
this message, not just if you like feeling like, if you think you can end my career, you're going to have to kill me. I'm never going to go anywhere.
Damn.
I'm never stopping.
Damn.
There's nothing on this earth and nothing that I fear other than God. You can't ever stop this, ever, unless you take my life away. And then I'm martyred, and then I'm happy, and then I'm in the highest rank in Jannah, inshallah.
Oh,
that's it.
mashallah.
I'm never stopping this. I had this disagreement with Fresh the other day. He's like, oh, well, what if they ban you here? What if they ban you there? I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. No matter what they try to throw at me, no matter what opponents in front of me, even if I'm in the cage next to a UFC champion that's 70, 80 pounds more than me, and he's trying to knock me out, I'm not falling. Nothing is going to be able to take me down. If that didn't take me down, I don't know what you think will, but trust me, I fear no man.
All right.
Allahu Akbar! Carrying down this asinine path of insanity. So nothing against him. This is not an anti-Sneako stream. I know all of you are messaging me, bury Sneako. No, I won't. I'm a merciful man. What I am going to do is explain my tweet.
Merciful people don't brag about how merciful they are.
True.
And he's clearly got people around him that don't want to see my career thrive. Barry, Sneako, Barry. I don't know what the reason could be. I don't know what it could possibly be. Why would he have people in his inner circle that want to see my career end? Especially with it's okay. But
I'm a merciful man. What I am going to do is explain my tweet. I'm going to explain what I meant. Then we've got some clips here. Supposedly Sneako's been talking about me. I don't know. I've never watched a Sneako stream in my life, but supposedly he's talked about me. So we're going to play them, see if there's anything of interest.
Okay. And here's where the arrogance and the cockiness, it muddies up your credibility, Andrew. If you say I've never seen a Sneako stream, but then you go on to say like, oh, I haven't been a Saudi like Sneako. Sneako's snarky here. He said this here. He said this in his stream and he's crashing out here and he's ending and he's talking about Haitian cats. Then you've seen my streams. Okay? I know that you want to put off this persona like I'm too alpha to watch a live stream, but if you watch all the clips, you're essentially watching the stream. Okay, you could drop the facade. People understand that all the content creators are watching content, right? Just because you're in Romania in a house and you're far doesn't mean that you're on a different atmosphere, on a different planet compared to content creators.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
I guess I'm half black and half white. Sapphires, I got baby mamas, I've been to jail. My black card is in check. That has nothing to do with what I've said. That has nothing to do with what I've said. I've said that if white people do not have a white-only country, sooner or later they're going to end up decimated. That's what I've said. That doesn't mean...
Yeah, I've agreed on that, like, many times.
Yeah.
Many times. Again, for someone who prides himself on his intelligence, maybe you should watch the streams before you make streams responding and thinking that you know what my opinion is. I've said white people need to start having children now. White people need to start having strong immigration. White people need to care about their own race. They should stop having so many white liberals. White people need religion back because the feminism issue is not working. I've been talking about this for 2 years. For how long? What do you think all the collabs that I've had with Nick are about? White people need to have some sort of identity again, or else they're going to be decimated.
You said white supremacy are the best. You said white people are the best. Never said that. Where did I say white people?
Okay, it's very silly. Very silly.
That. Where did I say white people are the best people in my tweet?
Andrew, you said white supremacists are totally right. Do you know what supremacist means? And here's where the semantics come in. I think he's just, and this is where it's just incorrect. And why maybe he could have reached out. He's applying the MSM mainstream media definition of white supremacists to white separatists or to white nationalists, not people who literally think their race is supreme. because people who think they're race supreme are wrong. Okay, that's basically the white version of Zionism. I went over that.
Okay.
But he's attributing that to like what the mainstream media would call a white supremacist to people that want strong white identity. And that's where the disagreement comes in. Because we agree about this issue. I just don't think he understands that. I don't even think he knows what white supremacist means. I don't think he gets that. I also don't think that he understands the analogy of Jewish people being the supreme race. I don't think he understood that. I looked into it. I think he just saw the tweet and got really upset.
Might be
Didn't say that. They're actually losing. So how did I say they're the best people ever? In fact, I said hybrids are the best. I can go to Brazil, say Capasso mi amor or some bullshit, and be Brazilian. When I go Egypt, they talk to me in Egyptian. I could be a nigger, I could be white, I can do it all. I can go to Russia, I go to Mongolia. I'm fine. I'm a hybrid. I got everything. I can run fast. I can do math. I can do both sides. I'm the ultimate male. I don't know what you want me to say. The only people I've said are the heroes are the hybrids. Now, my mother went through a whole bunch of hate in the 80s for dating a black man.
Okay.
My mother went through a whole bunch of shit for that, but it made me perfect.
You're not perfect, Andrew. You're not.
Oh.
You're far from perfect.
Oh.
So am I. I'm far from perfect, and you will never be perfect. And every day you have to strive to be better. It's not me haram policing. That's like what we're supposed to do as men. That's real masculinity, is understanding your flaws, being humble, and knowing that we're never going to be.
There's no way. He's teaching Andrew Tate, bro. What day have we came in? What a crazy day to be alive, guys. 2024. Lots of shit went down this year.
Perfect as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So there's no point in saying this anymore. There's no point in positioning yourself as perfection, as the ideal man, because you're not. It's not an insult. That's what's true.
Someone actually quite astutely pointed out to me, was your mother a race traitor? I said, that's actually a very interesting point. But then, I guess, when you understand the world, you understand women ain't loyal to shit anyway. Women are only loyal to their own feelings unless they have a patriarchal force that's forcing them to be loyal to anything, whether it's their race or their religion or their country. Women don't give a fuck about anything. So if her dad didn't keep her ass in check, never said white people are the best.
Okay, so now he's saying hybrids are superhumans. So do you actually believe, Andrew, that maybe he's being facetious, but he's saying hybrids are superhumans here. Hybrids are the supreme race. So in the tweet, he's saying white people are smarter, black people are more animalistic, violent, and hybrids are supreme because they can do both. All of that's wrong, Andrew. Literally all of those statements are incorrect. You should just drop that. Like there's no point in continuing to spread that. It just riles people up. It gets people extremely angry. And I understand his point of view, but I think it doesn't transcend, it doesn't get to the next level. He keeps saying that white separatists, he understands, he has empathy for these people because their nations are getting decimated, because they used to have strong white Christian brotherhood and all this stuff, and it's going away very quickly because of immigration, blah, 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 because of feminism, liberalism, whatever you want to blame it. So he understands that inclination to want to save your country. They're coming to slaughter your daughter. Stand up and fight! Fight! The man in Cardiff is a Muslim. He wasn't a Muslim. He was born in Cardiff, and he was actually Christian. And he wasn't a foreigner. He wasn't an illegal immigrant. Fight! And so he's kind of justifying that white anger right now, which it's understandable. It's okay to be empathetic towards that. We have to understand why white people are upset that their nations are getting decimated and that they're not the majority anymore. But that anger, you don't need to justify that anger, right? He's saying it's okay to, like, he's not specifically saying it's okay to riot, but he's like, it's okay to have that angry feeling that will lead towards rioting and lead towards doing things and fighting back and all this stuff. And I actually think it's a victim mentality. I think it's a lot of it is a victim mentality from the whites, the same way that black people have a victim. They're like, oh, we're getting decimated, we're this, but the solution to this problem is not going out and rioting, looting, and, just saying nigger on Twitter, behind like an anonymous account. That's not the solution to this problem. That anger is being redirected in the wrong places. That anger should be redirected into having 10 children, into having multiple, into having a big family.
Okay.
And to getting rid of liberalism in the household, and to making, having a strong household that's away from all the programming, that's away from the LGBTQ agenda. That anger should be building a community, building a farm, being self-sustainable. Not letting the government control you anymore because the government failed you. The government that the white Christians propped up in the first place, the neocons, all this, they failed you. They sold out.
True.
And now you're getting decimated, so you need to find a solution. And the solution is not rioting. The solution is not whatever it is right now. because it's not working. The solution is starting a family, is becoming God-fearing again, is returning to some sort of traditional values, is getting rid of usury, getting rid of porn, getting rid of gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not holding on to this white supremacy. We was Julius Caesar. We was, my eyes are blue and I'm Aryan and Hitler and that's not the solution. Like, it's okay to feel, you know, happy about your race or whatever, but that's not going to go and solve anything. All you're doing is kind of living vicariously through your ancestors instead of changing what's inevitable, which is that white people are going to be replaced if you don't have kids right now. So instead of going around with sticks in the street with a black ski mask and then, you know, burning up a mosque, have a family.
Well, I believe a lot of stuff he said, you know, a lot of stuff I relate to, a lot of stuff that I had like a little bit, I was like a little bit skeptical. But most of them, 90% of the stuff, after a long time, you know, I was relating and I was understanding Sneako. And I was a bit shocked when he was saying all this stuff, you know. I don't know what happened. Probably after finding Islam, he is becoming a better man, you know. But let's see how long that lasts, because Andrew Tate was the same thing, you know, after converting to Islam, talking some stuff and, you know, preaching, and then they start showing their ego, attitude, and all that. So they don't last for that long as well, you know. So far, you know, big W for Sneako in this video so far, and Andrew Tate, you know, not looking pretty good, you know, with all this ego, attitude, you know, you can't keep up with that all your life, you know, it's not gonna work, you know, it's not gonna work. Simple as that. All right, if you guys like the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want me to react to any of the videos, let me know in the comment or send me on my Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace.